their needs. I mean, this is, you may not talk it this way, but this is part of the discourse in the U.S. How are we going to address the needs? And the issue that bothers me about that is that they certainly don't have any problems addressing the needs, the learning needs of affluent kids. They seem to know that children need mobility, they need an opportunity to move around, to run around. They need to have opportunities to be responded to. I mean, the issue of relationships are significant with respect to the way that many affluent children are taught. They need to be taught with a sense that they can learn, a sense of acceptance for what they have to bring to the world. So it troubles me for there be a kind of pretense in the rhetoric, as if children who are poor somehow need something different. Almost a kind of notion that they're not quite human in the same way. And I have not found that to be the case. I mean, when I go into communities and I look at the different kind of programs that are being engaged, what children need is to be engaged with the realities that are going on in their lives. And they need the opportunities and the resources, and they need the mobility, and they need to have relationships with educators who have faith in them, but who also understand them. So this is the other piece of this. Within our communities, within African American communities, Latino communities, and other Native American communities, I can't tell you the difference in the educational system. I mean, it's like night and day, the way that children are educated. And so part of what we've been trying to understand is to what extent, for example, does the cultural realities of the teachers, the cultural knowledge that the teacher brings to the classroom, to what extent is that knowledge, that cultural knowledge and that linguistic knowledge significant? And one of Freire's points, of his many points that he made, was that we needed to begin where our students are at. That if you want to educate, if you truly want to educate students, if you want to move towards an emancipatory form of education, we need to begin where our students are at. And we begin with them not as children who do not have any knowledge. I mean, I'm going to give you an example. I used to have to go in to teacher education programs. And when we've had bilingual education, because some of you may know that we've actually lost bilingual education in the United States in terms of a mandate. We have a mandate and that has been dismantled. But there was a time when we had that. And what they did was they created a bilingual education